What are you doing, babe?
I am preparing my Patreon.
Nice. Who did your logo?
Lucia
Sweet.
from Sanctified Supply Co. Today we're getting stuff done.
Wow, that's way better.
What's way better? Like that?
I should have set it up like that when I was filming.
But you didn't.
I should redo everything now. Hey guys, I'm making banana pancakes. 4 ingredients.
So good.
Currently making banana pancakes. Do you like those?
So good.
They have no flour and they are made with oats, bananas, vanilla, and eggs. Super good, super easy, super
So
healthy.
good.
And our house is very clearly a wreck because we're still trying to pack and get everything put up, and it's really hard to keep it clean while doing that.
Everything is a mess at this current point. So yeah, I've got a few things to do. Right now I'm working on my Patreon, trying to get that up and going. I believe Lauren is going to do the same. We've got to get a bunch of stuff, clear out the kids' bedrooms, put them in boxes, and get those in storage. Off of the prospect of getting out of here.
So much cleaning.
So much cleaning.
So much.
So much.
One of the things that we're doing is, and it's kind of chaotic right now, but everybody's getting their own bins for their clothes because some of these are going into storage, and we don't want mice getting in them and destroying the clothes because there's no point in storing that. So tubs are the answer. The whole experience has been really stressful, but there are like big blessings just tucked into things throughout all of it. But right now, the whole packing and going through things and purging and realizing how much you've accumulated over the last 10 years of your marriage, it's just a lot of stuff.
Realizing all the crap that we have is really just that crap.
We finally have a load loaded up on the truck, and we're going to be heading to our storage unit, and we're also going to go to the raw dairy farm out here. And we wanted to do a quick shout out to our friends at Freedom's Memory, Liberty and Yankee, because they are pregnant. Yay!
So happy for you
Yeah,
guys.
for sure. That's super
Y'all didn't
exciting. I can't talk.
I recommend subscribing to their video. I think their YouTube channel, they changed it to, it's Howitzer Hill now, not Freedom's Memory.
Well, it shows what I know.
So,
What is it now?
Howitzer
Oh.
Hill.
Well,
Howitzer Hill.
I'm just not in the loop, apparently.
And they, just earlier today, Yankee released a video essentially really just talking about, announcing the pregnancy, talking about how excited he is. And
Really
at
cute
the end of it
announcement.
was a very, very cool announcement, or a video that Liberty took when he was finding out.
Yeah.
So it was really cool.
I love reveals. Reveals are so fun.
And he jumped up out of his chair and just goes, "Praise ya!"
Yeah.
That was awesome.
I'm never patient enough to try and surprise him. Like, I don't think I've ever gone more than, 5 minutes.
She can't do it.
I can't do it. I mean,
I can be surprised, but she can't do it.
No, I can't.
She's
The
gotta-
gifts. I'm so bad at all of it. I get excited and I just want to tell him, and I end up blurting it out, or you found out about at least one of our pregnancies via text message.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't wait. So.
Or whenever we went to the first time we went up to Missouri to see Jerry and Lucia,
Oh yeah.
and you could not wait to tell them that we were going to buy them a fridge and a freezer.
Well, not just us. So Heath and I were like thinking the other day about you guys' kitchen situation. And then I was like, dude, what if we got everyone together to get them a fridge? And so then I put out feelers, and me, Hami, Renee, and TJ got money together.
No.
So we're taking down to get a fridge while we're here.
What?
You just couldn't wait.
Yeah, so we got there at
we
like,
drove up there. We got there at like 2 in the morning.
and I was like, hey, we have to tell you something.
we got a surprise.
I couldn't do it. I just
You
can't.
couldn't wait till tomorrow or something.
I can do surprise parties. I am really good at those, but I can't hold in other kinds of surprises. So, yeah. And now I should go down in history as the man who opened a door. Hey, extra points if you can comment and quote that movie. Moment of truth. Is all of our stuff still here? It is.
Had some stuff fall down.
Oh my goodness, sure did.
There. These are my shelves. My hut. This is my dog clubs. This is my handy dandy bow. It's stuck on something. I can't pull it out.
I'm gonna do the hard job of standing here and just recording Heath while he unloads the whole truck by himself, because I have a job and my job is to hold the camera. Oh my gosh, put those down.
These are a lot heavier than you think.
No, I know, I've picked them up, crazy. When we first came here and we got into this unit, I started noticing like mice poop and stuff. And we lived in a townhouse a long time ago that was in a kind of rural area, and we had a mouse problem there. So we tried to make sure that we do what we can to keep any mice from getting into our stuff or ruining any of our stuff. So yeah, totes. And these shelves are amazing, guys. Seriously, these are the best. Did you say those words, babe? The shelves?
Got them from Lowe's. I think they're the Gladiator.
Yeah, they're awesome. We have 2 of these. They were such a good investment. Very convenient, babe. Last thing is the kitchen and my gun case and my raggedy old keepsakes box that I've had for a very long time. Oh, I would like to show you this one more time because Tetris. Okay, this is...
We can still stack more.
Yeah, we did so good Tetrising the crud out of the storage unit. It's pretty impressive. There is stuff like all the way back here. Whoa, scary. So yeah, we're done. Now we're gonna stop at the dairy and then we're gonna go look at a metal building on our way home. So we stopped to look at this because, and I'm really sorry for the shakiness, I'm walking. This is very similar to something that we are wanting to do after we figure out what we're doing. I just love how tall that is. We have some pretty exciting goals and dreams, if you will, coming up, and we're going to talk about that later in the video. But I wanted to step out and just show you this really quick. So what's pretty awesome about this place is that it's open 24 hours and they go by the honor system. So if you wanted to go at midnight, you could, and you just go and you buy your raw dairy products, and they have home baked goods, and I mean they have so many adorable little things in there. That one's really pretty. Daughter loves coming here because they have homemade doll outfits, and they have the homemade ice cream, and they have grass-fed beef and some veggies, and then of course the raw milk, the raw cream, kombucha, the raw cheese, and their cheese and their ice cream comes from their raw milk. It's pretty awesome. So I'm doing a homestead favorites thing on Instagram right now, and recently one of the things was to share a picture of the beauty of winter. Well, we live in Texas, and I'm not gonna lie, winter is gross, it's hideous, it's dry and dull, neglected. But one thing we do have is beautiful sunsets. We have really, really beautiful sunsets. All right, well, it is not the same day that we went to the dairy or the storage unit. So it's been a couple of days. We've just been kind of busy and all over the place. But we wanted to finish up this video today. So Heath is on his way home from work. He's gonna grab me some coffee. And we are going to wrap this up. Really quick, I did want to show you guys my favorite sweater by my favorite apparel company. For a second, I was like, my brain was like t-shirt, apparel. It's apparel, because they have tons of stuff. Anyways, it's super soft. It's like the best sweater ever. And Lucia, I need like 20, okay? All right. Oh, I'm gonna link them below. They thought it was too icy to make coffee today.
Yeah.
How dare they? We have to make our own coffee.
Dumbest thing I've ever seen.
I'm horrified.
Like there's freaking ice all over the roads. There's not.
How dare they?
So much harder than it looks. Why aren't I pointing at it? There it is.
That is very fun. Okay, so I actually wrote myself a couple of notes because we ramble a lot.
We suck at this.
We ramble so much, and we go on these like rabbit trails, and then we're like, wait, what? Did we make any sense? We're starting it now, aren't we? What? Oh. He told me he was going to start calling, or I guess you asked me something about calling me the beautiful one, because there's a great family we watched, the Justin Rhodes show, and he calls his wife the beautiful one, and it's so endearing. I love it. But then I feel like we're copying him if you call me that, but you should do it anyway.
Okay. So, is the beautiful one better than woman?
You know I love it when you call me woman in front of people. That and female.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, the beautiful one really ranks up high with those.
Okay. So it's like probably top 3?
Yeah, sure.
So I'll put it on 3 below female and woman.
So if I don't answer to woman or female, then you'll say, beautiful one.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll make sure to not answer the first 2. Okay, I wrote down some notes so that we wouldn't ramble. Okay, so it's February of
February.
You know, that's one of those words I can't say. February.
I'll say Wednesday.
No, it's Wednesday. It's February. It's Feb of 2021, and this time last year, our world was completely different. Our goals were different. It was totally different than it is now.
Focused on hoping to get to do a garden.
Well, no, we were going as hard. Oh no, you're right, because in that month, you were working, and the same thing was going to happen that year that happened in the prior years, where we scraped by trying to get the garden ready, in time for spring.
Yeah, we didn't know where the time was going to come from, so we didn't know if we were going to actually be able to invest in it and put everything that we wanted into it. Just because I work like crazy, I work a lot.
And then the big C.
Yeah,
We'll
March
censor that
23rd
on here. The
happened.
Big C.
For us, it was March 23rd. They told us on a Friday, hey, don't worry about it. You're essential. You guys are essential, so don't worry about your work. And that was 9 o'clock on a Friday morning. So we come back the following Monday, and literally 3:25, right before we're about to get off shift, head home. Post-shift meeting, hey, don't come back for 2 weeks. 2 weeks turned into 8 weeks without pay. And
well, and not only was it that,
yeah.
the unemployment office had a glitch in their system, and he just happened to be on the list of people who got glitched, and so he couldn't even access his information to get his unemployment for it. So, but through that, it was like, oh man, this is awful. Oh, and not only that, our mortgage raised out of nowhere by almost $400 a month.
That exact same day, that Monday, I came home, checked the mail.
And then we opened up that bill, and
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
You were at the store when I got home.
Oh yeah, you called me. No, I was at my mom and dad's because I started crying.
Oh, you're right, you were.
I started crying because I was just like, what is happening? Like, is this for real? I don't understand. And I called the mortgage company to explain what was going on. And through provision from the Father, because I prayed that we would have favor. Part of the reason it went up was because our home insurance went up. So we were able to switch home insurance providers. And I was praying, like, please, Abba, help us to get something good. We actually ended up getting the insurance lower than it was the year before. So that dropped it down.
By a significant number,
By a
so it was a
significant-
huge
but
blessing
it was
in
still-
itself.
It was still more than it was before, right?
Yeah. Not by much. It was.
No,
It
it's
was,
about by 200 a month.
yeah, but that's not.
It's not 400 a month. Yeah. But so then he's, he got furloughed, and we were able to expand our garden, build new garden beds. I mean, we went after it. We spent so much time working on this garden. It was awesome. And we grew the most food we had grown to date
We gonna do
last year.
pictures here?
I can do a slideshow here right now.
Here.
So obviously, I like tomatoes. I have a little bit of a problem with tomatoes, would you say?
Oh yeah. And the Dr. Witchy is probably hands down the best, most scrumdiddlyumptious, luscious.
Cue tomato toast picture now. Okay. Okay, so let me get back to my list because we're starting it. It's already starting. So
We're done.
we do this garden. We put so much work into it and everything. Plants are growing and whatnot. The day we finish extending the garden, we had actually come in to clean the house. The next day was the Sabbath, and so we were prepping for the weekend for Sabbath.
And by extending, we actually did a full fence all the way around the garden area and took the total area. I haven't done the math on the square footage, but we took the total area from a 35 by 40, maybe 30 by 40-ish area to a 35 by 60.
Yeah, it was.
And added on an extra 20 feet.
That's where we grew the melons.
So it was really nice.
Yeah.
And we had just finished setting the posts and running the fencing all the way. No, we finished running the fence because we set the post the day before.
Yeah. Yeah, but we had completed
Cement.
it.
Yeah, we
that
had
day.
finished completing the fence all the way around. And that night, we...
Our world changed.
Yeah. Well, actually, kind of a cool thing is a couple days before that, 3 days, Lauren was in the garden with the kids, and I was walking around the yard picking up, trash and the kids' toys and stuff like that. and praying. I was just by myself, and I just kind of looking over everything, observing like I do, and I was like, Father, this house is yours. So just in Thanksgiving, thank you for everything that we've got, but it's because of you, therefore it's yours. And I said word for word, do with it what you will.
Mm-hmm.
Those scary words. 3 days later, boom.
Yeah.
Tornado.
And I almost feel like there might be people that would be like, oh, well, you gave it to him and look what he did. But it's more like we gave it to him and look what he did, because out
Absolutely.
of that tornado, and I mean, don't get me wrong, it was scary. Our storm shelter is unusable, so we were in the house when it happened, and it was very frightening. But
it's just a massive, phenomenal opportunity for the Father to prove His provision to those who love Him.
Well, first of all, I don't think in our entire town there was any loss of life.
No, not at all.
Maybe animals. I don't know about that, but there were no people.
Yeah, the whole town sustained a significant amount of damage.
Mm-hmm. Especially downtown, our little downtown area. But
there were, parts of buildings that had collapsed and such.
Yeah.
So there was some significant damage, to say the least.
Well,
and our house hit.
Our house
and
in our
one house about 600 yards to the north of us.
They got it really bad.
Got it pretty bad as well. They had a tree fall through their house.
Yeah.
Whereas 3 weeks before the tornado hit, I just finished cutting down a tree that was massive and
tree.
Literally about 6 inches from my house.
This tree. This is a rabbit trail thing for me. The person who I don't know if it was the person who renovated the house or built the house. It had to have been the person who built the house, right? This tree is old. I mean, this tree is so old. Literally, they cut a place out of the roof for this tree. It is growing in, or it was growing into the bottom of the house. And we were just like, our minds were blown when we saw that, because we were like, who does that? Who thinks that that's safe, or isn't going to cause problems potentially later, All right, here we go.
What is that?
That's my bunny trail. That's my bunny humming along. So anyways, okay, fast forward. The tornado hits. We filed the insurance claim. That takes forever. But through all of that, the Father provided financially, just in the most above and beyond ways, with Heath being out of work and stuff like that. Like, for example, we had a close friend. It was the Feast of First Fruits that had come up, and he just shows up at our house and hands us this envelope, and he's like, I'm wanting to do a gift for First Fruits, and I want to give it to you guys.
Yeah, and he pays his tithe essentially on a yearly basis.
So at First Fruits,
First Fruits, he comes, and the Father laid on his heart to give us out of his first fruits, $750.
And it was one of those things
which was tremendous for us. I mean, it was massive. Just
yeah, we were like, what? Wait, what? Oh my gosh!
At this point, we had already gone, a couple weeks without.
We had already gotten into our 401k and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just so many. I'm not even going to go into every single thing that the Father helped us with throughout this whole thing, because there's so much. But
we have countless stories of the Father's provision throughout 2020, just in general.
Yeah.
The Father's
here's a problem.
Provide. Just all the way through.
Yeah. So we end up getting the house fixed, they get the structural engineer out and stuff, and they come and check everything out. We have a plan for getting the house fixed. The coat's coming up, and we ended up buying a camper. We were using a friend's camper. We ended up buying a camper, and we stayed in that through a lot of the renovation of the house. And we took this camper to Oklahoma to see some people that we had been following on YouTube and on Instagram. And we already felt like, we really had a connection with them. Right here, it's their logo. And so we're like, hey, could we come see you guys for Sukkot? And I was really adamant on going, because I had become friends with a girl named Lucia on Instagram, and we had met through Bear, and then
Makes this hat, by the
Yes.
way.
and we had just started talking, and I do photography, and I love taking pictures. So when we had ordered some stuff from them, I took some really cool pictures and sent them to her, and I was like, hey, if you want to use these, you can. And it just kind of butted into a really amazing friendship. And they were going to be in Oklahoma, so
We genuinely loved them.
yes, we drove to Oklahoma. We met everybody for the first time, but it was one of those things where it was like, oh hey fam, what's up?
Yeah.
It's really good to see everybody. I mean, let me
Oh,
sit on the couch next to you and hang out for a bit because your family.
I don't know if you've heard it or observed it, but like when Bear starts talking about it, like Bear calls Zeet's identification
Yeah.
friend or foe,
Yeah.
the IFFs. So if you're walking around and you see somebody wearing Zeets, and he's like, brother? That's what it was.
And he would say it just like that too.
But that's
Oh my
kind of
gosh.
like the feeling, you're like, brother?
Yeah.
You know, we show up
Yeah.
at Sukkot and we're just there with
Family?
everybody. Yeah.
Like,
it
hey
was-
everybody.
Everybody's just so genuinely embracive.
Yeah, I mean, the just the fact that, I mean, I know I haven't talked about this a whole lot on this channel, but we are whole Bible believers. We do the Sabbath. We keep the feast days. We don't try to keep the commandments for salvation reasons. We believe that Yeshua, Jesus, is the only way to salvation. But the fruit of our salvation is that we want to follow the commands of the Most High. So, but finding that community and being able to go and fellowship with them was really huge for us. So while we were there, okay, we get there. We're like, we were going to go to another Sukkot gathering the next day. I think we spent the night. We were supposed to go for a little while and leave that day.
Yeah.
And we were like, no, we cannot
We
leave
gotta
yet.
stay.
We have to
We gotta
stay. And in fact, Heath was like, I don't want to leave. I mean, it was like,
I
you know.
wanted to stay the whole time. Like she
And I should have let
pulled
him.
me
But,
away.
So we're there and we meet Jerry and Lucia. And for those of you guys who know Sanctified Supply Co., Jerry and Lucia, the father called them to leave Oregon and they moved to the Midwest. And it was a huge leap of faith. It was kind of their Abraham moment. You know, the father, all their families up there, and the father told them, you know, I want you here. Keith and Jerry were talking, and he was like, you know, we really feel like to go somewhere else, and we don't feel like it's Texas, for one. And Jerry, basically, what did he say?
He was like, you're going to end up in Missouri with us.
Yeah. And guess what's
Okay.
happening? We're moving
going
to
to
Missouri with them. Now, we don't know exactly when that's going to happen. Obviously, the house needs to sell. And we don't know, depending on how much we get for the house and stuff, we don't know if Heath will need to work for a little while we stay in the RV on family's land. And then we go on our big adventure, which is what I'm referring to it as, because it is. Big scary adventure.
Oh, it's going to be huge. You know, anytime that somebody quits their job just out of the
Uproots.
sake of obedience and uproots their life and moves 500 miles away, and, you know, it's something else. You know, it's hard to think about. It's hard to describe. Scares the crap out of both of us.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the Father has been faithful enough to provide every step of the way. From the moment I said, this house is yours, do with it what you will, to now, we've not gone without. The Father has provided for us, and even provided opportunities through that provision, opportunities for us to bless others.
Oh, yeah.
On exponential levels, which
And
excites us like crazy. I love being able to be a blessing to somebody.
but also, we've had the privilege to get to see other people. I mean, not just one family, but several families within this tribe, if you will, who have uprooted their lives and moved across the country because the Father told them to. And now they're in this place of, I mean, they're not even all in the same place. It's just people who have answered the call to leave where they were and to go and start a homestead somewhere in the wilderness, if you will. So that's kind of what we're trying to do, is
Find our Goshen.
yeah, and also we have big dreams as far as, and I don't know, we're supposed to seek Him first, and everything after that will follow. And I think that's really important. But I also think, He knows the desires of our heart, and I want goats and sheep and turkeys and chickens and dogs, which I have,
We have dogs.
but maybe more dogs.
Well,
Just kidding. But
maybe through puppies with
yeah,
Sam and Dasa.
yeah, our friends in
Projection.
Oklahoma, their dog is our dog's boyfriend. So
Not a trailer.
okay. So anyways, yeah, that's the biggest news out of this video, guys. We don't know when, but it looks like we are moving to Missouri. As far as our goals go, I would say it's grow food.
Yeah.
Be good at animal husbandry, and
As
living
far as being in
small.
Missouri, though, we don't know if it's a permanent basis
Yeah.
or temporary basis.
I still love Oklahoma.
We could be up there 2 months. We don't know. But our concern right now is to position ourselves in a manner to where we can go wherever.
We want to be debt free.
We can do whatever
That's a
we
big one.
need to do, whatever the Father says. And one thing that I would like to do now, I'm telling you, is if
On camera.
that.
Just tell me. Now I need to know.
Oh, it's just, whenever Grindstone does, they deploy to
Oh,
go
yeah,
do things.
yeah.
I'd like to be able to do that, and I can't doing the work that I'm
I
doing.
know that's
so.
true because I heard you say that. Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm so weird.
I know that's facts. I heard you say that.
Oh man. Okay, yeah, that would be amazing. And we have. I mean, there's just not enough time, or at least there's enough time for us to share everything. But I'm not sure that everybody would stick around for the entire thing because it would be a lot. Quit smoldering the camera, he is. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Sorry, we've got little ones who are ready to eat dinner, so I gotta go make it.
Hey,
What?
look at how good I look.
Thank you guys so much for sticking around this long. If you actually made it to the end of this video, I'm impressed.
Good job.
You're awesome. You know who you are.
Because we don't.
Before we hop off, we wanted to mention two different small businesses. Well, one's a business, one's a ministry. The first one I talked about earlier. My favorite,
Sanctified Supply Co.
the hat.
Make the hats.
They make a lot of really amazing
Make
things.
the hoodies.
The hoodies.
And the blowfishes.
The shirts. They also have stickers and magnets and all sorts of things. So that's Sanctified Supply Co. Their link will be down below. The other one we wanted to talk about was Grindstone Ministries. They are working on building a home for the rehabilitation of victims of sex trafficking. It's called Caleb House. It's an incredibly important thing, and they need our help. So there's a lot of businesses that are giving to Grindstone. Sanctified is one. Disaster Coffee Co. is one.
Yes.
I don't have a list in front of me, but there's quite a few. If you would consider donating, it would really help them.
Trafio Cigars.
Yes, that's right. And they need our help for sure. It's not something. There's a lot of stuff surfacing now about people being rescued, and that is incredible. But what happens to them afterward? They need spiritual, mental, and physical.
They're rescued, but they're
rehabilitation.
in no way, shape, form, or fashion in the position to be able to be transitioned from
what they were in back into the world.
the perverse scene that they've been in into a civilian fully functioning society.
No, they need
They
to heal.
can't. They have to heal. They have to have that closure and transition and the people to pray over them, and they've got to be able to get their minds right, whether
Yeah.
that's Caleb House, that's what they're doing. There's only, I believe Bear said that there's only 400 beds in the United States available for the rehabilitation of
And there's how many people?
countless victims of
Millions,
Yes.
at least. I can't remember what the last count I heard was.
So that ratio is
It's so skewed.
completely lacking.
Yeah, it's. Yeah, they need this, and they need so many more. I mean,
Yeah,
Caleb
absolutely.
House
They're-
really is only the beginning.
Yeah.
There needs to be so many more. So if you could consider donating, or even going to one of the companies that donate to them, like Sanctified or Disaster Coffee Co.
Yeah, Sanctified Supply Co. 10% of every purchase
Yeah.
goes specifically to Grindstone Ministries
Mhm.
for that reason.
Yes.
Chaffio Cigars is another one. Chaffio is, or Chaffiot. I'm not entirely sure how to say it, so I apologize. But they created that company and those cigars specifically so the individuals over that company would have the opportunity and the income to be able to give to this specific cause. So, there are companies out there, be on the search for them, because there's a lot of good people doing really great things
Really important thing.
and doing real work for the kingdom.
Yeah.
So
that's Sanctified Supply Co., Grindstone Ministries. I also started a small business called Sage and Sparrow Design Company, and it's for leather jewelry. Right now I'm just doing earrings, but we're also going to be doing 10% to Grindstone as well, and it's just hitting off the ground, but
Yeah.
I do have an Instagram page if you want to check that out. So thank you guys for stopping by. We really appreciate it, and we will make another video again at some point. I mean, it took us how many days to do this one, so yeah. But I'm Lauren.
I'm Heath.
Bye, guys.